Have you ever found yourself squinting at a restaurant menu, the words blurring together into an unreadable smudge? Or maybe you've had that frustrating moment where you can't quite make out the face of a loved one from across the room until they get much closer. What if I told you that this slow dimming of your world, this gradual surrender to reading glasses and blurry landscapes, isn't a one-way street? Imagine, just for a moment, waking up a week from now and noticing the leaves on the trees outside your window seem just a little bit sharper. Imagine picking up your favorite newspaper or book and having the letters stand out, crisp and clear. What if you could press a natural reset button for your eyes without a single terrifying thought about surgery or invasive procedures? It might sound too good to be true, but the health of our eyes is deeply connected to our daily habits, far more than we've been led to believe. For so many of us over 60, we accept declining vision as a simple, unavoidable fact of aging, like graying hair or a few more wrinkles. But the truth is, there are hidden culprits in our modern lives that are actively accelerating this decline. It's the hours we spend under artificial lights, the way we stare at screens without a break, and the specific crucial nutrients that are often missing from our diet, even when we think we're eating healthy. In this video, we are going to change that. I am going to guide you step by step through a simple, powerful 7-day natural vision reset. We'll uncover these hidden stressors on your eyes and replace them with nourishing, restorative habits. This isn't about a magic pill. It's about giving your eyes the specific tools and a much needed rest they have been crying out for. By the end of our time together, you won't just have a list of tips. You will have a new understanding and a practical daily roadmap to help sharpen your focus, reduce that nagging eye strain, and actively protect your precious gift of sight for all the years to come. Before we jump into day one of our reset, if preserving your vision and living a vibrant, independent life is a priority for you, I'd be so grateful if you consider subscribing to our channel and turning on the notifications. We're dedicated to sharing the kind of senior health wisdom that can make a real difference in your daily life. And I'm always curious to know who I'm talking with. What is the one thing you miss seeing with perfect clarity? Is it the tiny details in a photograph, the vibrant colors of a bird in your garden, or maybe just the road signs at night? Let me know in the comments below. Your stories help us all feel connected in this journey. All right, are you ready? Let's begin our journey to clear vision. Day one of our reset starts not with an eye chart, but with what's on your dinner plate. We are going to flood your body with two incredible vision-protecting superstars that your eyes are desperately craving. They are called lutein and zeaxanthin. Now, those might sound like complicated scientific terms, but I want you to think of them as your eye's own internal sunglasses. These are special antioxidants, part of a family called carotenoids, which give foods like carrots, corn, and leafy greens their beautiful, vibrant colors. What makes them so special is their unique ability to travel through your body and accumulate right in the very back of your eye in a tiny but incredibly important area called the macula. The macula is the part of your retina responsible for your sharpest, most detailed central vision. It's what you use to read, to recognize faces, to drive a car. As we age, the macula can begin to break down due to a lifetime of exposure to sunlight and, in our modern world, the high energy blue light from our phones, televisions, and computer screens. This breakdown is a condition many of you may have heard of called age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. It's a leading cause of vision loss in people over 60. It's like the central part of a beautiful photograph slowly fading away, leaving only the blurry edges. But this is where our heroes, lutein and zeaxanthin, come in. They build up in the macula and create a protective yellow pigment that acts like a filter. It literally absorbs the damaging blue light before it can harm the delicate photoreceptor cells. Imagine them forming a golden shield, a natural barrier defending the very core of your sight. The science on this is incredibly strong. The National Eye Institute conducted massive multi-year studies called the AREDS and AREDS 2 studies. They found that a specific combination of nutrients with lutein and zeaxanthin at the forefront could significantly slow the progression of AMD in those who were at high risk. It was a landmark discovery, proving that nutrition could be a powerful weapon in the fight against age-related vision loss. So, your mission for day one is simple and delicious. We need to get these powerful nutrients into your system. Your goal is to incorporate at least 1 cup of dark leafy greens into your meals today. This could be spinach or kale, sauteed with a little garlic, or a hearty salad with your lunch. Other fantastic sources include corn, broccoli, peas, and egg yolks. A hard-boiled egg for a snack is a wonderful choice. This isn't just about eating your vegetables. It's a conscious act of rebuilding your eye's natural defenses from the inside out. You are literally eating for your eyesight. Now, let's move on to day 2. Today, we're going to confront a hidden enemy, one that has become a constant presence in nearly all of our lives: digital eye strain. Whether you're catching up with family on a tablet, reading the news on your computer, or even just enjoying a good book for hours on end, you are asking your eyes to perform a marathon of focused, close-up work. And this is training them in ways that can lead to fatigue, dryness, and blurriness. Here's what's happening on a microscopic level. When you stare intently at something up close, 2 things happen. First, your blink rate can drop by half or even more without you ever noticing. Blinking is your eye's natural windshield wiper. With every blink, a fresh layer of tears called the tear film is spread across the surface of your cornea. This film is what keeps your eyes moist, clear of debris, and provides a smooth surface for light to enter. When you don't blink enough, this tear film evaporates, leading to dry, gritty, burning sensations and, you guessed it, blurry vision. The second thing that happens is that a tiny muscle inside your eye, called the ciliary muscle, has to constantly contract to keep your lens focused for near vision. I want you to imagine holding a small weight out in front of you with your arm tensed. For a few minutes, it's fine, but after an hour, your arm would be aching and shaking. That is precisely what we are doing to our eye muscles for hours every single day. They get locked into that tensed, near focus position, and they get exhausted. So, on day 2, we are going to give our eyes a much-needed break by introducing a simple but profoundly effective habit. It's called the 20-20-20 rule. It's incredibly easy to remember. For every 20 minutes you spend doing close-up work, you must look at something 20 feet away for at least 20 seconds. That's it. That's the rule. Set a timer on your kitchen stove or your phone. When it goes off, just lift your head. Look out the window at a distant tree or down the hallway at a picture on the wall. This simple action forces that overworked ciliary muscle to relax, to release that tension. It's like putting down that heavy weight and letting your arm rest. During these 20-second breaks, I also want you to practice conscious blinking. Instead of those little half blinks we do when we're concentrating, I want you to perform a few full, deliberate, slow blinks. Close your eyes completely, gently squeeze for a second, and then open them again. Feel that wave of moisture spreading across the surface of your eye. It's an instantly soothing and refreshing sensation. This combination of relaxing your focus and relubricating the surface of your eye is one of the most powerful things you can do to combat daily eye strain and keep your vision from getting blurry and tired by the end of the day. Welcome to day 3 of our vision reset. We've nourished our eyes with key nutrients and given them breaks from strain. Today, we're focusing on something so fundamental, we often overlook its impact on our vision, hydration, and healthy fats. You've been told your whole life to drink more water for your overall health, but did you know that your eyes are one of the first organs to feel the effects of even mild dehydration? The main body of your eyeball is filled with a clear, gel-like substance called a vitreous humor. This gel is about 99% water. It's what gives your eye its shape and helps maintain the proper pressure inside the eyeball. When you're dehydrated, the fluid balance in your entire body is thrown off, and this can subtly affect the pressure and health of your eyes. More immediately, though, hydration is absolutely essential for tear production. The glands that produce your tears need a steady supply of water to function properly. Without it, you can't produce enough quality tears to keep your eyes lubricated, leading to that chronic, dry, scratchy feeling that so many people struggle with. But water is only half of the story for today. We also need to talk about a specific type of fat that is crucial for eye health, omega-3 fatty acids. You've probably heard about omega-3 seconds for heart health or brain function, but they are also a major structural component of the retina itself. A specific omega-3 called DHA is highly concentrated in your retinal cells. It's literally part of the building blocks of your vision. Beyond that, omega-3 seconds are powerful anti-inflammatories. A lot of the discomfort from dry eye syndrome isn't just from a lack of tears, it's from inflammation on the surface of the eye. Omega-3 seconds help to calm this inflammation, improving the function of the tiny glands in your eyelids that produce the oily layer of your tear film. This oil is critical because it prevents your tears from evaporating too quickly. So you can see how water and omega-3 seconds work together as a team. Water provides the liquid for your tears, and omega-3 seconds help create the protective, oily layer that keeps those tears on your eyes where they belong. It's like giving your eyes a complete internal lubrication system. So your task for day 3 is twofold. First, make a conscious effort to sip water consistently throughout the day. Don't wait until you feel thirsty. Thirst is actually a sign that you're already dehydrated. Keep a water bottle or a glass by your side as a constant reminder. Second, I want you to incorporate a rich source of omega-3 seconds into one of your meals. The best sources are fatty fish, like salmon, mackerel, herring, or sardines. If you're not a fan of fish, ground flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts are also excellent plant-based sources. You could sprinkle a tablespoon of ground flaxseed into your morning oatmeal or yogurt, or have a small handful of walnuts as an afternoon snack. By properly hydrating your body and providing it with these essential fats, you are tackling the root cause of dryness and inflammation, creating a healthier, more comfortable environment for your eyes to thrive. We are now on day 4, and I hope you're starting to feel a subtle shift, perhaps a little less strain or more comfort in your eyes. Today is all about deep relaxation and protection. We're going to learn a wonderfully soothing technique called palming and discuss the importance of protecting your eyes from something that becomes a bigger problem as we age, glare. First, let's talk about palming. This is a classic relaxation technique used for centuries to relieve eye strain and mental fatigue. The idea is simple: to give your eyes a period of complete darkness and gentle warmth. This allows the entire visual system, from the muscles and nerves in your eyes to the visual center in your brain, to take a mini vacation. When your eyes are in total darkness, your photoreceptor cells, the rods and cones that detect light and color, get to stop working for a moment. They can regenerate the light-sensitive pigments they need to function optimally. Your pupils, which constantly constrict in light and dilate in the dark, get to rest in their naturally dilated state. It's a moment of profound reset. Here's how we're going to do it. Find a comfortable place to sit at a table where you can rest your elbows or in a comfy chair. Now, I want you to rub the palms of your hands together briskly for about 15 seconds. Feel them getting nice and warm. This warmth is incredibly soothing to tired muscles. Once they're warm, close your eyes gently. Now, cup your warm palms over your closed eyes. Your fingers should be resting on your forehead, and the heel of your palms should rest on your cheekbones. The key is to make sure there is no pressure on your eyeballs themselves. You want to create a small, dark cave for each eye. Now, just sit there. Breathe deeply and slowly. Notice the comforting warmth from your hands seeping into your eye sockets. Try to see pure blackness. If you see specks of color or light, it's just a sign of how tired your optic nerve is. Just continue to breathe and relax and let those colors fade into a deep, velvety black. Stay like this for at least 2 to 3 minutes. When you're ready to finish, remove your hands slowly, but keep your eyes closed for a few more moments. Let them readjust to the ambient light before you open them slowly. I encourage you to do this at least twice today, maybe once in the middle of the day and once before bed. It's like a spa treatment for your eyes. The second part of day 4 is about protection from glare. As we get older, the natural lens inside our eye can start to become a bit cloudy and less flexible. This is the beginning of cataracts. One of the earliest symptoms of this change is an increased sensitivity to glare. Light that enters the eye gets scattered by these early changes in the lens, causing that dazzling, uncomfortable sensation, especially from headlights at night or bright sun reflecting off surfaces. The best defense is a good offense. This means wearing high-quality sunglasses every single time you go outside. And yes, even on cloudy days. Harmful UV rays penetrate clouds and can still cause damage over time. Look for sunglasses that offer 100% protection against both UVA and UVB rays. A polarized lens is even better, as it specifically cuts down on reflected glare from surfaces like water, pavement, and snow. Making sunglasses a non-negotiable habit is one of the simplest and most effective long-term strategies for protecting your lens and retina from the cumulative damage that leads to both cataracts and macular degeneration. We've arrived at day 5, and it's time to take our eyes to the gym. That's right. Just like the muscles in our arms and legs need exercise to stay strong and flexible, the tiny muscles inside and around our eyes benefit from targeted workouts too. As we age, one of the most common vision changes we experience is something called presbyopia. This is the condition that makes it difficult to focus on close objects, forcing us to hold a newspaper farther and farther away until our arms just aren't long enough. This happens because the natural lens inside our eye, which needs to change shape to focus on things at different distances, becomes stiffer and less flexible over time. The ciliary muscle that we talked about on day 2, the one that controls the shape of the lens, also has to work harder and can become less effective. While we can't completely reverse this age-related stiffening, we can perform exercises that help maintain the flexibility and responsiveness of this focusing system for as long as possible. Think of it as stretching for your eyes. It keeps the mechanism well-oiled and nimble. Today's exercise is called focus shifting, or sometimes near and far focusing. It's designed to train your ciliary muscle to engage and relax smoothly and efficiently. Here is how you do it. Sit or stand in a place where you have a clear view out a window or at least a long hallway. Hold your thumb up about 10 inches in front of your face. Now, focus all of your attention on the details of your thumbprint. Really look at it for about 15 seconds. After 15 seconds, without moving your head, shift your gaze to a distant object, something at least 20 feet away. It could be a tree, a building across the street, or a clock on the far wall. Focus on that distant object and try to see it as clearly as possible for another 15 seconds. Then, bring your focus back to your thumb. That complete cycle is 1 repetition. I want you to perform this cycle 10 times in a row. You can do this simple routine once in the morning and once again in the evening. It only takes a few minutes, but what you're doing is incredibly beneficial. You are actively coaching your eye's focusing muscle to move through its full range of motion, from fully contracted for near vision to fully relaxed for distance vision. Over time, this can help to reduce the strain associated with close work and may help to preserve that precious focusing flexibility that we so often take for granted. Welcome to day 6. We have rested, exercised, and lubricated our eyes. Today, we're bringing in the heavy-duty bodyguards. We are going to power up with a team of antioxidants, specifically vitamin C, vitamin E, and the mineral zinc, to create a powerful defense shield against cellular damage. To understand why this is so important, we need to talk about something called oxidative stress. It sounds complicated, but the concept is simple. Just by living, breathing, and converting food to energy, our bodies create unstable molecules called free radicals. You can think of these free radicals as tiny sparks flying off a fire. If these sparks land on something delicate, they can cause damage. In our bodies, this damage is oxidative stress. It's a natural process, but it can be accelerated by things like UV sunlight, pollution, and poor diet. It's essentially the process of rusting from the inside out. The eye, with its high metabolic rate and constant exposure to light, is uniquely vulnerable to oxidative stress. This cumulative damage is a major contributing factor in the development of both cataracts and macular degeneration. This is where our antioxidant bodyguards come into play. Antioxidants are substances that can safely neutralize these free radical sparks before they can cause harm. They are the fire extinguishers for our cells. The AREDS 2 study, which we mentioned on day 1, didn't just look at lutein and zeaxanthin. The full formula they found to be effective included high doses of vitamin C, vitamin E, and zinc. Vitamin C is a water-soluble antioxidant that protects the watery parts of our cells. Vitamin E is fat-soluble, so it protects the fatty cell membranes. And zinc is a crucial helper mineral that allows other antioxidants, including vitamin A, to do their job properly in the retina. Together, they form a comprehensive defense network, protecting every part of the delicate eye cells from damage. So, your mission for day 6 is to consciously enrich your diet with foods that are packed with these protective nutrients. For vitamin C, think beyond just oranges. Red and yellow bell peppers, broccoli, strawberries, and kiwi are all loaded with it. For vitamin E, turn to nuts and seeds, especially almonds and sunflower seeds. A small handful makes a perfect vision-protecting snack. And for zinc, you can find it in lean meats, legumes like chickpeas and lentils, and seeds like pumpkin and sesame. The goal today is to paint your plate with a rainbow of these foods. Have some sliced bell peppers with your lunch, a piece of fruit in the afternoon, and a sprinkle of nuts or seeds on your salad or yogurt. Each colorful whole food you eat is another soldier in the army that's defending your vision for the long haul. We have arrived at day 7, the final day of our natural vision reset. Today is about putting all the pieces together and expanding our horizons, quite literally. We are going to practice a simple exercise to stimulate our peripheral vision and then review our week to create a sustainable, lifelong plan for eye health. Most of the time, we are completely focused on our central vision, the sharp, detailed vision we use to read and focus on objects directly in front of us. But our peripheral vision, the ability to see things out of the corner of our eye, is incredibly important, especially as we get older. It's what helps us navigate through a room without bumping into furniture. It's what alerts us to a car coming from the side. Good peripheral vision is directly linked to better balance and a lower risk of falls, which is a major concern for senior independence. By constantly staring at screens and focusing straight ahead, we can begin to neglect this vital part of our sight. Today's exercise is designed to gently wake up and stimulate the photoreceptor cells known as rods that are concentrated on the outer edges of our retina and are responsible for our peripheral vision. Here's what you do. Find a comfortable place to sit or stand and look straight ahead at a fixed point on the wall in front of you. Keep your head and your eyes locked on that point. Now, without moving your head or your eyes, just become aware of the room around you. What can you sense to your far left? What about your far right? Now hold your arms straight out to your sides, parallel with the floor, and begin to wiggle your fingers. While still looking straight ahead, slowly and gradually bring your arms forward. The moment you first detect the wiggling motion of your fingers in your peripheral vision, stop. That marks the edge of your visual field. Just hold them there for a moment, being aware of that wide expanse of sight. Then slowly move them back out again. Repeat this a few times. This simple act of awareness helps to keep the neural pathways for your peripheral vision active and engaged. Now, as we close out our 7 days, let's quickly recap the powerful habits you have built on day 1. You nourished your macula with lutein and zeaxanthin. On day 2, you began to fight digital eye strain with the 20-20-20 rule and conscious blinking. On day 3, you hydrated and lubricated your eyes from within using water and omega-3 seconds. On day 4, you learned to deeply relax your eyes with palming and protect them with sunglasses. On day 5, you exercised your focusing muscles. And on day 6, you built a powerful antioxidant shield with vitamins C, E, and zinc. You haven't just learned a few tricks. You've adopted a holistic lifestyle that supports your vision from every possible angle. Remember, this 7-day reset is not a finish line. It's a starting line. Your vision isn't something that is just happening to you. It's something you can actively participate in preserving. The small, consistent choices you make every single day, the food on your plate, the way you take breaks, the simple exercises you perform, they all add up. They have the power to protect, preserve, and even enhance the quality of your sight. I know that getting older can sometimes feel like a slow process of losing things, losing strength, losing energy, losing clarity. The world can seem like it's fading out of focus, and that can be frightening. But you hold so much more power than you realize. Every colorful meal you eat, every mindful blink you take, every moment you spend giving your eyes the rest they deserve, that is you, actively fighting for your sight. You are fighting for your independence, for the joy of reading to your grandchildren, for the pleasure of watching a beautiful sunset, for the simple gift of seeing the world in all of its magnificent detail. Now, I would truly love to hear from you. After going through this week with me, what is the one new habit that you are most excited to continue in your daily life? Please share it in the comments section below. Your story, your commitment could be the very thing that sparks inspiration in someone else in our community to take that first step. If this 7-day plan has provided you with value and, more importantly, with hope, I would be so grateful if you would give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe and click that little notification bell. We have so much more to share about how to live a vibrant, healthy, and thriving life in your golden years, and I truly wouldn't want you to miss a thing. Stay focused, stay hopeful, and never forget that the future is still so bright, and you deserve to see every precious moment of it with clarity and joy.